Without further ado, Eden and Julia. Thanks.
So we have Julia put together this awesome.
It's your book.
It's yeah, but you made it good. I did have a cool idea, but it would not have been a book. It would have been just vomit on brain vomit. What if it was just real vomit? What if I tried to publish real vomit? It would have been brain vomit on a Google Doc. But now it's actually enjoyable.
How many of you guys have taken a look at the book or read it? Okay, so you guys know what you're getting into. Why don't you tell them a little bit about how you came up with the idea before we do a slideshow?
I've been asked that question maybe hundreds of times at this point, and I still don't have an answer for it. I don't know how I came up. I don't remember the beginning of it. I just remember coming up with words, kind of. I just was it started with just a form of journaling, and then it just turned into something. I don't know how it's evolved. This is the most awful answer.
Yeah, you're not doing very well.
I'm not doing well at all. I eventually. I thought, I was oh, these are words that I like, or they're now words, they're definitions. It was what are journal entries if not for just defining your feelings and defining your experiences for life? And then I did that, and then I was I thought of the title, The Emotionary, and I was oh, that's a good pun, so now I have to make something for that.
So you basically put your journal into a book for the public, which is every 13-year-old's dream.
Yeah.
And you're don't read my journal, but please read it.
Yeah, I exactly. I was I finally I made peace with, I love attention. Just bore my soul. And I was everyone read it.
I like it.
Yeah. And then I will say, eventually, I'm looking at people flipping through it, and I'm trying to see it from a totally outside perspective. It's a really cool thing. It's pretty cool.
This is her first book, so I feel that's a very special night for you.
Yeah. I'm yeah. So nervous, and thank you for having them provide me validation.
That's why I came down.
Yeah. But once I established that it was gonna be a book, or the cool concept of being a dictionary, I was they need to be illustrated. And then you were this pie in the sky sort of. I emailed Julia as a fan. I was if I could get anyone it needs I literally had made a whole list of people that I'd researched on the internet, trying to find these little people. That sounds so bad. And I'm yeah, I had all these second tier people.
Yeah,
That's awful. But I emailed you because I was I hope maybe in my wildest dreams, and then you did, and now the book is good.
Yeah, actually, it was really cute when she emailed me. So, how many of you guys watch the show The Middle that she's on? I lived in New York at the time, and there's this. I'm going to kind of insult you a little bit, but I've said this to your face before, where no one in my demographic watches that show, and I'm. I was in a very different circle.
No,
yeah,
I said it. No, that's what, you...
That is true, you said it first.
I was shocked when, you didn't finish,
Yeah.
I emailed you, and then you emailed me, you were I'm actually a fan, and I was why? Yeah. Or how? How?
Yeah.
You should not be...
No, I've been watching The Middle, since it first aired years ago, so when she emailed me, I knew exactly who she was, and it was very much a mutual, oh my god.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I had quit drawing comics, I don't know. I think I told you this. I quit, and then Eden emailed me, and I was well, this will be a good way to get back into it. And then I just went. So you kickstart, jump. What is it when you restart a career?
Yeah. Restart. I don't know.
I don't know. So yeah, but it was very sweet.
Yeah, that's what I feel the cheesy we've sort of. I feel we both said you saved my ass so hard, and I feel you said yeah, I sort of in a really sort of saved. I don't want to use the word saved. That's awful, but for lack of a better word, you saved me in some capacity, and I was you saved me, but I can say the word saved for you because you did actually save me.
Yeah, and we're friends in real life.
Yeah. That's what I be who illustrated it, and I'll say oh, my friend. but then I was like, but also like it's because that sounds like I just got like my buddy, and I was like, no, this like amazing illustrator who also happens to like for some reason, yeah, yeah, and I'm so super happy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, I just have to like I've never. This is like the fact that this event is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
My boyfriend said this thing in the car that was like, I think trying to help because I was a little nervous. That was like, yeah, isn't it crazy? Like this whole thing is happening because of you. Like you made this. Like it was like your idea. Like something you created. Like now, like all these people are congregating for it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
Really nerve-wracking thing to say right before.
Right?
Where is he?
Staring at him now. But this is so cool. I'm looking out like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
who are you making like inappropriate eye contact with? Because I'll fixate on someone, like I was doing to you earlier, sorry, and then I'll just talk to them the whole time.
It's kind of the same, except I know a lot of these people, so I want to interrupt myself every time, be like, oh my god, you're here. So
You can do that. It's your book release.
that's true. I can do whatever I want.
Want to do the slideshow?
Yes, that is what I want, though.
Yeah. So we're going to read you guys a couple of them. The format it's going to seem a little awkward at first. Like we're going to put it up here, and you probably won't be able to see it that well. But then we're going to read the actual speech bubble. So it might be, if you've never seen it before, you're like, what the fuck is this? But then you'll get into it. I hope.
Yeah.
You got to read this part, because this is all you.
So, yeah, it is. So the first word is rememorate, which is, it's but it's just, like, again, which means again, plus commemorate, and it's a verb, and it's to remember something one had been trying not to think about by realizing one had not been thinking about that thing. And if you're confused, you won't be in a second.
You didn't see that. Oh, no. Hang on, these might not be in order. We might have a snag. And there's only one of 19. Where's the tech guy?
If not, in the meantime, I'll describe it, because I've lived with these things for so long that they're just like ingrained in my brain. Actually,
Is the tech guy here?
Okay. It's two panels. Should I even?
No, let me just try and figure this out really quick. Is there any employees around?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so there's supposed to be 41 files on this, not 19, and also when I click next, it's out of order.
Oh, no.
Oh, that one works.
This is how it was sent to.
Yeah, but there's 41 files.
All right, let's see what the rest of these files are.
So much fun, right, guys? I'm going to find it just the same.
Oh, see,
They're
there.
all there.
Oh.
They just aren't showing up.
I feel like doing the thing like, how y'all doing tonight? Terrible.
Go on and like click the next thing under,
Okay.
or just go right over. Full screen.
Wait.
Full screen.
All right. Oh, it's page 9. I was really passionate about this one.
All right, well, this
Put
one,
the arrow too, if you want. That's easier for you.
this one's fine. Okay, there might be a few out of order, hopefully not. But, you reading from the book? What are you doing? You reading your own book right now?
I just grabbed it from the audience. I was like, I need that. No, we'll do this. But
Oh, you're going to have to start with this word.
okay, we're starting over. This one is depart plus phobia, which is phobia is a fear. It's a fear, and it's departophobia. Again, so creative. So now, the anxiety of having to say goodbye, especially at a party when one wants to leave.
I've done this so many times, and I still can't. Oh, so if you guys don't know, this one on the far left is me, and then the one on the far right is Eden. So these are two reoccurring characters in the thing, and I'm talking first. And then the cashier was like, "It's rude to have your headphones in while you're ordering." But joke's on her, they weren't even plugged in.
That is such a funny story. I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
I wear unplugged headphones all the time in public as a social interaction barrier. I'm just going to read the guy's parts. Yeah, they're like sunglasses for your ears. Hey, is Eden okay? It's been like half an hour. Maybe she's pooping? Don't be ridiculous. She only poops in the morning. Oh man, I think she Irish goodbye'd us. Why? Saying goodbye to people stresses her out, so she makes up an excuse to leave the conversation, and then she goes home where she's up all night stressing about how people thinking she was rude for not saying goodbye. Well, that's a neurotic catch-22. Yeah, she's going to be exhausted tomorrow. That one was all me. Sorry.
I was literally just about to say, I was like, I have to interrupt this just to say that whole thing was like, I checked out literally after my character checks out, like in creating this, like sort of, no, this was all, I was going to say like the concept, but all of this dialogue was Julia. And then you told me also that like the headphones thing, like sometimes you wear headphones.
Yeah, that was a true story.
Yeah, and I loved it.
But when the cashier asked me, I like took out the part that wasn't plugged in and kind of twirled it like a total asshole, and then I realized what I was doing, and I'm so sorry.
That's a neurotic catch-22 though. It made me laugh when you sent it, and just now.
I thought you meant when, but not now.
Yeah,
it's not funny anymore.
But now I realize it's terrible. No, just kidding.
Am I going backwards?
Okay.
That's you.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. This one is devastation plus evade. Devade. This is actually one of the first ones I ever came up with. To purposely avoid asking someone a question for fear that they won't give the answer one wants to hear. I like these nods in the audience. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm miserable too.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is the last panel though. No.
You guys don't look. Why is this so out of order? Where did the guy go?
I'm right here.
You guys didn't download this onto the laptop?
We just put on the desktop what was sent to us.
Yeah, this is all out of order. Can we download it now, do you think?
Sure.
Sorry, I thought the guy said he... I don't know why I'm saying all this
y'all
into the microphone.
No, it's better than silence. I wonder if there's a word for... I wonder. I don't know what's in here. We'll see. I'm gonna say if like...
Yeah, why don't you read some more words?
Yeah. I'm gonna say if there's I should come up with a word for like the need to like fill the silence when... That's just a really simple, but it's so real. I'm trying to find a word for like right now. Okay, wait. This is not for right now, but this is something I experienced today, so I'm just gonna go for it. It's phobration, and it's faux, like non, like no, like a fake. It's a fake is the word. Faux vibration, which is the phenomenon of feeling your phone vibrate, often out of desperate expectation, when in reality no vibration has occurred because no one is trying to contact you, and you will in fact probably die alone.
Oh, it's like a phantom.
It's the phantom
limb syndrome.
Exactly.
That's a thing.
Phantom, it is. It's the phantom phone. It's the phantom vibration syndrome. It's PVS. It's a vibration. Also, for the record, this is the only definition in the book. There are like little things that, thank God for like editors and people who actually know what they're doing, because all like the whole book was unified, like all the definitions to be like not have the word you but have one, like things that happen to one have it be to, you know what I mean? But that's the only definition of the book that they allowed to have the you in there, like the royal you. And I think it was good because I love that definition. Yeah. This is so fun. Here's one that's me right now. It's entertainer plus draining. Is an enter-drainer. And it is a person who is abrasive or overwhelming in their, parentheses, often relentless, attempts to amuse others. And the illustration is so good. Again, just all Julia. It's just a man. It's just a man, like an old man. I'll show it, but nobody can see. You'll have to buy the book to see. It's an old man at his wife's funeral giving clearly a eulogy and saying, for example, take my wife, please. Oh, here's another one that's me. I'm sorry. It's self-pungratulatory. Again, one of the first ones I came up with for obvious reasons. It's pun plus self-congratulatory. And it's an adjective. Smug from coming up with an exceptionally good pun. Is this how all readings go? Is this how all of them go? Yeah, one girl is nodding. Oh man, thank you. Okay, all right. Here's one. Actually, oh no, wait.
We're not ready yet, but it's starting to.
Okay. You want to read this with me? Because this is just dialogue that I wrote. There's no comic attached to it.
What? Oh, this is insane. Oh, are you reading this side?
I'll read this side. Yeah.
Okay. You'll never guess how many bowls of cereal I had today.
5.
3.
Sorry, did I uninflate you again?
You're the worst.
And the definition is it's uninflate, and it's to disappoint someone by not having the reaction they had hoped to generate in you.
So what was?
So I was the uninflator. You were like, you'll never guess, and I was like, I overguessed.
Yeah, you overguessed. Yeah. That's the one like you'll never guess how much money I made. And someone's like $1 million. You're like,
yeah, like
20,000.
Yeah.
Whoops. Here.
Oh, it's in there, but I was gonna say that I guess we should wait. But we were talking about, so like I can just gush about Julia for all of the minutes and hours of the
Pass.
day.
We will not be doing that.
We will. It's happening right now. That the best joke because we like said this before, like, you know, it's a general thing of like you don't give, you know, you try not to give like your best jokes to someone else because like you want to save them for your thing. If it's not necessarily yours, you want to like save you want to do your best, but your best you want to save. And there are a few in here that Julia wrote, few jokes in here that Julia wrote that are like top notch, and I just feel so just like humbled every time I read it, and so I feel like I have to specifically, like I have to read, like, I mean that it's in there in the tech thing that's not happening, but it's the response to Feinder Stand.
Don't say it now.
Oh shoot.
We're gonna build it up, and it's gonna be such a mediocre joke.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna be like, "What part of that was the joke?" Yeah, we got some more of these. You wanna? What do you guys want to hear? You talk about, since this is not. Yeah, some.
What? That's my mother. What?
So in the book, you categorize words into the categories. So the question is, did you come up with categories and then find words, or did you notice that the words were automatically falling into specific categories, and then you added more words to the categories?
Damn it, that's a great question.
Yeah, moms know.
Yeah.
Did you plant that? Are you a plant?
No. No, actually, it was the second one. It was definitely, it just presented itself, you know? Like, I had all these words, and then I was like, books have chapters, right? Like, I know that much, I think. I don't really read much, period, end of thought. So I'm glad that I knew that. So then I was like, okay, what are the chapters? And then I just started categorizing them. And then I thought of, and it started, they were like, I realized there were too many categories. I had like 17 chapters or something. And then I, like, the process of trying to like narrow it down to like its most core, which is just like that's how I got to. I thought 8 was the perfect number because I feel like my life goes in circles of 8. That means nothing other than what it is. That's just, I feel like 4 is the perfect number, and you know, emotions are perfect and all that stuff. So then I got it down to, and I feel like there were a few times where I was like, wait, there's not a chapter for anxiety. And then I realized they're all chapters for anxiety. Even the last one, which is fleeting moments of happiness, that is the only chapter. I was like, oh, I gotta have some happy words in there. Which is funny because I'm like a happy person. Like in general, I actually have a lot of happy feelings a lot of the time. But there are so few words that I came up for. Maybe that's why. Because when you're happy, you're just like living in it, you know? And even that, so the fact that the word fleeting is in the happy chapter, fleeting moments of happiness, that just has implicit anxiety in there. Like, where's it going? Actually, here, wait, I'm going to read a word from, there it is, it's right here. Yeah, that was fate. Okay, this is from happiness. And even the words, it's happy, but they're so rude. Okay, it's cancellated. Cancel plus elated. And it's relieved about a dreaded I can read. Relieved about a dreaded plan falling through at the last minute. Right? We all know the get out of jail free card. They're like, right when... I'll just read. It's a comic, but I don't think this one is in there, so here's an extra one. Okay, so I'll just describe it to you. Again, terrible. So Julia's sitting on the bed, and I'm like getting ready with like a dress, and I'm putting makeup on, going out, looking fine. And then I'm like on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Lots of old friends in one place, lots of catching up. And I'm excited to get out of the house and wear clothes that aren't pajamas and be social and interact with lots of people. And then the next panel is close on me on the phone. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know cats could get sinus infections. Okay, well, don't worry. We'll do next week. Hope Sylvester feels better. And then the next panel is me back. We're standing there, and Julia on the bed, and me with big old eyes that are so excited. And they say, it's a miracle. I'm free!
You can just read them like this if you...
I know.
You're doing a very good job of pulling it together.
Really? Yeah, I don't know how to talk about my book, but I guess I know how to read words that are already there for me.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Does anyone else have a question?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like other people do.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I hate that question. I'm just kidding. They're all it's like my babies. You know what? wait, should I read the word that's in the, you know what, here, wait. I'm going to read the first word, the very first word that I ever came up with that is also kind of a parent word for the whole book. It has one of my favorite illustrations of all time ever.
If you guys have it, she's on page 3.
Yeah, it's the first word of the book. And what's funny is I actually don't even think the word is that, the word itself is that great anymore. I could have come up with something so much more, clever and roll off the tonguey and, just better. But it is what it is.
No, you'll hate any word you come up with. That's the thing about making a book. You're like, I hate everything I did. So it's good.
True.
Don't worry about it.
That means I did it right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's illogical plus illogimote. It's a verb. To feel in a way that contradicts or undermines one's intellectual understanding of a situation. And for the record, I reworded that definition maybe literally hundreds of times with putting a comma somewhere where there wasn't, or including a that wasn't there. Oh no, that is in there. It made it in. Okay, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Not great, guys. But I'm illogimoting. And then the illustration is this amazing, it's a anthropomorphic heart pulling the puppet strings on a puppet brain, which is, yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah. And I still feel like I feel like I've read that definition, and it's to me it's the most perfect, just for everything in life, just when you just feel contradictory to what you know is going on, in a situation, you know that's not how you should be feeling, but you're upset anyway. or whatever anyway. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're happy anyway, and you're like, I shouldn't be feeling happy right now. But I did include a sample sentence, which is rational Eden, who, and also in my little journal, like with all my little 85 notebooks that have all these words, rational Eden and emotional Eden, oh no, the thing fell out, became these like two very developed characters. Like they're two completely opposite beings. So it's, keeping that in mind, rational Eden, who during daylight hours scoffs at the idea of texting her ex, is no match for illogimating Eden, who is crying on the floor at 1 a.m, screaming at her ex, demanding to know why he is set on destroying her life.
And these are based on, I assume, real personality differences that you have.
No.
Differences is a nice word.
Oh, that is a nice word, exactly. Like huge discrepancies, like multiple personalities. Yeah,
that comic also, my mom, I think I told you this, my mom, she's a Lamaze teacher, which is when you're going to have a baby, they teach you the he, who. And she was like, I'm gonna show this to all of my pregnant moms because this pregnant women are, that's what they do, I guess. So she made a slideshow of it. But the funny part is I've been making comics for 10 years, and this is the first time she was really excited about something. And I was like, it wasn't even mine. It was cute, though. She likes it.
I think it's so good, though. It's not, I want it framed above, so it's going on record right now. Will you please print that? Will you frame it? Will you give me it?
I'll give you the original.
Thank you. Or a copy, but just a nice copy. I love all of these. I want these just in a row above my bed, my living room. People are going to come to my house and be like, why are you making me read things? Why?
I'm not going to go to your house if it's all my artwork. That's really creepy.
Oh, it is. Oh, no. Get ready.
Oh, no, I'll find out tonight.
Julia's staying at my house tonight, and... sorry, is that okay? Well, nobody knows where I live.
Yeah, you didn't give an address.
Yeah.
They can murder me now if they want to.
Yeah. I have so much of her artwork all over, so I think literally in every room, you won't be able to escape it. At least one. Well... no, okay, the hallway doesn't count. Well, 2 hallways, okay. I'm counting. You'll see.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
You won't. More questions? Yes.
So, I know that this has been a very long process for you. I would like to hear you talk about
oh no.
while you were coming up with these words over the past few years. And I think I kind of know the answer to this question, but were you?
This is one of my best friends asking this for the record.
Were you thinking about specific moments from your childhood or from your life where you could actually recall a time where you felt this feeling, and then, oh wait, now I have a word for it. Did you actually think about real moments from your life?
Yes. The question. Yeah. Well, so the question basically was, did these words come from your real life? And the answer is yes, all of them. And for example, that first sample sentence, so funny, right? It happened. It happened for so long of just, and then and I think that's why it was the first word that I came up with, because I was like, this is the most common theme in my life, having two separate, totally disparate thoughts going on at one time, at all times.
Is it happening right now?
100%. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're making a fool of yourself. Everyone here wants to leave. And also... no, but it's okay, because I have this book to calm me down. and then the second one being like, no, they all came here. Just shut up. It's okay. Everything is fine. There's another question.
I have a question. Was one of your intentions in creating this dictionary of all of these new words to provide a list of new words for people to actually use in their ongoing day-to-day lives, or is it more of is it more...
The first one.
Yes.
It's the first thing you said. The question was, am I trying to be Shakespeare?
Or Urban Dictionary, that's as close as you're going to get.
It is. If I fall somewhere between Urban Dictionary and Shakespeare, I will die happy. Is the intention for people to, use these words? I sure hope so. I sure hope in 200, 300 years, people will be saying, oh, you just empticated me so hard. And then someone being like, did you know that word was just made up by some fool? And empticate, just so you guys know, is empty plus vindicate. It's a verb, transitive verb. To give someone something they wanted long after they stopped wanting it. Empticate, empty vindication. Is there a question from someone who hasn't known me my whole life? Yes.
Hey, I'm Maya.
Hi.
So it's not clear to me if these are words you say in your head or they're words you actually say out loud to people.
If you can pronounce it, which many I realize are totally incomprehensible to most people, then definitely say it. If not, it's okay also, because it's a book. You don't have to read all books out loud all the time for everyone. My hope is that you would for this, but...
Do you use any of the words in your daily life?
I try to be as little obnoxious, like at the littlest obnoxious level as possible. I feel like it's so annoying to because that can be a response to anything. It has been a response to anything, like in just any conversation. Someone telling me a story and being like, instead of being like, oh yeah, and responding like a human with like either like a comparable story or like, advice, just simply like, I have a word for that. And then saying it. So I try to keep that to a minimum.
Yeah, but that's how you get words to be part of like the cultural lexicon, is to use them first.
True. That's so true. I should actually... You're right. I guess my whole life... Wow, this is so sad. This means writing this book means that my whole life now is just going to be one existence of shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, welcome to being a writer.
Yeah. Oh no, that's so real. Any other questions? I'm trying to think if I have questions for you, Julia, but they're... Yes?
Let's see the audience first.
So we all have editors.
Yeah.
What's the one word you wish was in the book that isn't?
Oh, just so many. Well, I feel like I don't want to reveal to like an actual... I have, again, my like list of brain vomit like words that I just like have splattered all over the internet in my like brain internet. That's a thing.
Brain internet?
I feel like when I talk about my like Google Docs, where I just have that's like my brain internet, where like nobody else gets to see it, but it technically is on the internet. But those words, like, there are a lot of them that...
Sorry.
A thing, the like correct thing that I just said that exists.
Sure.
That's like a lot of those words that I may be hoping like maybe there'll be a volume 2. I don't know. My agent is, both my agent, all my representation is here, and I feel like they're probably all like, oh God, no, please, no.
If you all buy a copy before you leave today, that might happen.
Yes.
It's on you guys. It's all riding on you. Please. Our careers.
But I will say there is one word in here that is, I get probably the most meta of all of it, which is perfulsive, which is perfection plus compulsive. Maybe it's perfectionist plus compulsive. I should just look it up. And it's just perfulsive plus compulsive. It's an adjective. Okay. So it's unable. I was gonna say the inability, but it's not. Unable to accept a finished product. Pretty much. And the example for that, there's no illustration, and there's no sample sentence. It is simply the actual copy of the page that I sent my editor, which is just the word. I like printed out the page when I was like getting sent like drafts of the book. I had to physically print out the pages to like try to like see it, and like when I was like reading, like no, this should go here, and like this should go there, and like well this has to be in this chapter, and like I don't know if this definition is actually that clear. And I wrote all these notes on the page that have like an alt, like that literally just like an arrow pointing to it saying like maybe it should be imperfulsive. Should it be imperfulsive? Should it be a noun? Should it be imperfulsion? Should it be perfulsion? Should it be?
You're a nightmare.
I'm the worst. That's what I'm saying. Like everyone here's like no, please, no more. And then I end up even like just all of those types of notes. And so I was so worried about it. And then just made it that, because that's how I feel about the whole book, and how I feel about that word. I think it should have been impropulsive. It should have been a different word, but...
How come there's an asterisk in the word shit, but then we dropped a couple of F-bombs in the comics? Did they not?
No, we didn't. They're just F. No, they're just F. Oh, yeah.
Eden's telling me now in front of you guys, so I can't be like, what? No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
They're
I'm going to do a double-decker in your toilet tonight, though. Payback.
deserved. Yeah, there are a few alterations for the, for people.
Do you guys have any more questions?
Yeah.
There's got to be, I feel
I
like
can't
a few
believe the
more.
slideshow it never came, it never happened. Wait.
It's going to work?
No, maybe.
One more minute? Thank you.
Thank you
So much.
Spoke too soon. This is a series of just being so rude. The people being like, it's not, like, just unintentionally. It's so rude.
Do any of you guys want to ask Eden about being an actress? Because I do.
Oh, please, you know me. This is great. I think this is the first time this has ever happened where nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
It's nice though, right? Like
It's
now
so
they're
nice, yeah. Well, that sounds ungrateful.
recognizing them. No, Eden was filming a movie. It's not out yet, right? It's not out.
The one you visited me?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
At a film set in New York, and I went and just kind of like hung out in the background and watched her. And my question was that, are there industry people in here right now? I don't want to ask like a real question. It's a bunch of nerds, but I'm kidding, you guys. But stop. But my question would be: so everyone was running around, like a lot of the non-actor people, being like, "I love you. You're amazing. You're brilliant." Like at every turn, and I was just wondering if that's normal.
On a set.
Yeah.
No, sure, yeah. That's what I always feel like. It has become this weird thing of like, I never know now if people are pandering to me or not, because I feel like, actors are just these like fragile creatures. So in order to do your job, I feel like people all over have to be, oh my God, it's here. But people have to be like, you're so great. Oh, you're doing a great job. You're so awesome. And sometimes hopefully it's true, but then I don't know. So then in life, I just don't know if I ever, it's okay that I'm totally, again, bearing my soul, because by the book, you'll see it all. But
you're going to have to read the definition for this one. Can you guys see over her giant head?
Oh, I almost slipped. Okay.
Yeah, I think they can actually, see.
I'm going to move though, anyway. Okay, so that's the one, and we can't go back to the actual, I can't read the definition.
That one's...
Okay, I think it was page 9, I remember. Okay, because it's the one number after 8. Okay. So again, it's rememorate, which is to remember something one had been trying not to think about by realizing one had not been thinking about that thing. So, okay, now I can read it. Oh my God, I haven't thought about how depressed I am all week. Oh.
We read this one.
Yeah? Oh, we did it, yes.
I guess there's no word. I think we're missing all the definitions, actually.
That's fine. I have it memorized. Okay. Well, I sort of memorized. I know what word it's attached to, that next one. It's debilitate, which is debilitate plus, it's brilliance plus debilitate. And it's to, hold on. Oh, man.
It's okay. You guys are a very forgiving audience. I feel like we've made a couple of faux pas, and everyone's been very, very nice. No booze.
Okay, yeah. Nobody brought tomatoes. Okay. Wait, now I forgot where. 88. Okay.
Feels like it when I breathe into the.
I like gum and breathing.
Gross.
Okay, yes, and it's just when you are debilitated, you are defeated from experiencing genius. And here it is.
So we're watching TV. Obviously, this one didn't happen in real life. Some of them did, actually, though. So up next on Famous Child Prodigies, Mozart was playing piano by age 3 and composed a symphony at age 8.
Huh. I used to play the piano. It wasn't bad either.
I bet you could pick it up again.
I don't have time for it.
H.P. Lovecraft was 2 when he learned to read and was writing accomplished poetry by age 6.
Didn't you have your first book published in your early 20s?
Yeah, but now it sounds like a lot less impressive. Plus, it was a comic book. And I didn't put this in here, but the comic book was called Fart Party. I feel like we really missed a joke there. That was my mistake.
Don't be so propulsive.
At age 7, I can't pronounce his name correctly. Let's just skip over it.
A very successful person.
Was performing successful surgeries and is currently working on a cure for cancer.
I was pretty good at playing Operation when I was his age.
I could never get the leg bone out. It's actually the heart, I think, that no one can get out. Is it the heart? The leg bone's the easiest part.
Well, that's extra sad.
Well, we've done nothing important with our multiple decades on Earth.
I feel stupid useless right now. Let's just put on Housewives of Hollywood and call it a life.
You guys, Eden does watch Housewives of Hollywood. Which one do you watch? The Hollywood or the...
No, Atlanta, and I can't do Orange County anymore. Beverly Hills, kind of. That's the thing, I've sort of fallen off. It's crazy. Writing this book has made me really, really, really lack, or like, I've missed so much of my reality TV. So, thanks, guys.
I think we did you a favor.
Wait. Oh, people are really missing a visual right now.
And then it's like right back to ones we...
Oh my god.
All right, we got one.
Okay,
it's going
debate.
great.
And then, we read this one, but to purposely avoid asking someone a question for fear that they won't give the answer one wants to hear. Yeah, you're right. I can do this. I can finally ask the coffee shop guy out. People ask other people out all the time. NBD. Yeah, today is definitely the day.
Then get ready. We're almost up. Hey, what can I get you? I guess I'll take 2 coffees.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
So, do you want to head straight home, or should we stop by the pet store so you can get a dozen cats that'll eat your face off after you die alone?
That didn't happen in real life, but it very well
It's happened
have.
to somebody,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I feel like it's a very popular joke, so it's got to stem from real life.
Yeah. Okay, non-vitation. Non, like non, and invitation. An insincere or discouraging offer to attend or participate in something. It's just a small dinner party, not really a big deal, but you should totally stop by if you're free.
Oh, it sounds like fun. I'll be there.
Please don't come.
Maybe I can pretend I got the measles. That's a thing again, I think. It is, right? Yeah, it's back.
Is it really?
Let's not make this political, but yes.
Okay, this is again one of my favorites, and this is one of the first 3 that Julia ever did. Okay, I'll just read it. It's epiphany plus mayonnaise. Epiphanies. The moment one realizes aioli and mayonnaise are exactly the same thing. And if you didn't know that, you're welcome. You just had an epiphanies.
But they like add other stuff in it. Why is it so fancy? Why do they?
I think technically aioli is mayo, like they add garlic. But come on, that's garlic mayo.
Is anyone who works at a restaurant or is a chef who might know?
No one contradict me. We're at a restaurant. Oh, okay. You're kidding, right?
Nope, totally serious.
But what? You mean like mayonnaise? Like the stuff you put on a ham sandwich, but with a fancy name?
Yep, I guess you really can polish a turd.
Everything I've ever known is wrong. My life is a sham.
I like the delayed laughter of that one.
Okay, this is another food-oriented one because my whole life. This is the only acronym. That's a word, right? Acronym.
I think it's just an abbreviation when it's like this.
No. Actually, I think it's an acronym because it's a word. It actually is a real word. Someone's nodding in the audience. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's DINES, the debilitating infinite need to eat syndrome. The disorder requiring one to compulsively eat food if it is in front of oneself, even when not hungry, especially when said food is free.
And this story is marginally true. This is when I visited Eden on her movie set.
Yeah. It's pretty true.
Shut up.
And here's the craft service table. You can have whatever you want.
Whoa, really?
Yep, take anything. It's all free.
I went home with so many snacks. I was like, clean the craft service table out.
You know what? Here's what. In your defense, I was like, yeah, take it. I was encouraged.
Yeah,
Is it all free? And then I was like, see these all like a platter of granola bars? Take them. They're for you.
Yeah, see, you egged me on.
Yeah, I did.
I ate for like a week from that afternoon.
Okay, Inapolitans. Apology plus incompetence. The inability to admit wrongdoing.
I'm telling you, it's 1965.
Nope, you're wrong. He was born in 68. I have like an encyclopedic knowledge of Carrot Top's life.
Okay, that's disturbing. We'll revisit that after I check Wikipedia. Ha! See? He was born in 1965.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
I agree there's a lot of subjectivity surrounding Carrot Top, but his birth year is literally the only aspect of his existence that is not up for debate.
It's all relative.
No, it's not. It's fact, a provable, objective fact of reality.
Hey. I don't want to fight. I know you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong. Let's just forgive and forget.
When you're being crazy, it makes me feel completely insane. Which was mostly how I felt like a lot of the writing the book was like just us like egging each other on and like craziness.
Yeah.
I only included this one because do you have an encyclopedic knowledge of Carrot Top?
I want to lie so badly right now. I wanted to say yes, but it is so easily disprovable. Anyone could ask me any question about Carrot Top and I won't know it. But I can't remember I feel like when we were writing this, it was like there was some filler. It was like we were like fleshing it out.
You definitely knew a couple of things about Carrot Top when we were writing this one.
Maybe. I mean, maybe I don't know why. I think I got some trivia question right about him being like, what was it? I can't even remember. He was a spokesperson for AT&T or Pac Belt, right? In the 90s or 2000. I think, can someone verify
I feel like
this?
you could make all this stuff up and no one would ever contest you.
I feel like I got I knew that, and so I was maybe on the brain, like, wow, I know a lot about Carrot Top.
Well, if you know 2 facts about him, that's more than...
That's a lot.
Most people, I think. Oh, we shouldn't make fun of him. He's like insanely successful and does Las Vegas every night, I think.
So true.
People are nodding. So who are we to...
You go. You do you, Carrot Top.
I hope that's not the takeaway from tonight.
That's the one thing. Like, Eden, now published author, supports Carrot Top. Okay. Now this rant plus anticipation. Ranticipation. Anxiety for an impending fight. Okay, these are my thought bubbles. I don't really want to watch True Detective tonight, but if I tell him that, but if I tell him that, he'll know I actually want to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then he'll be annoyed, but passive-aggressively turn it on anyway. And then I'll feel too guilty to even enjoy it, and right when we're about to go to bed later, he'll launch into this speech about how I like garbage TV, which will spiral out into a fight about the way we spend our evenings and how he wants to go out more, and I'm too antisocial. Hey, do you want to watch Real Housewives? No, True Detective is fine.
I just made really awkward contact with my boyfriend during that comic because I feel like we had similar.
I'm so happy I got to read that, so I made no eye contact with. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
He's just creeping right there.
All right. Oh, and the famous, the hyped up best word of the whole book ever that's ever been made, any word ever. Feign plus understand. Feignerstand. Verb. To pretend one has finally heard another person after asking them to repeat themselves 3+ times. I can't help it. I have an unhealthy obsession with nail art.
Wait, what?
I said, despite all my angry feminist opinions about the beauty industry, I love painting my nails.
Huh?
I'm saying it's hard to reconcile my raging feminism with my nail art obsession.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you even listening to me?
Sorry, no. I was too busy worrying that the face I was making in an attempt to appear attentive wasn't convincing enough, and you'd figure out that I was just pretending to listen when really I was just thinking about myself.
Boom! That was the...
You love that one.
I love it so much! I love it so much. Because also, I think this was not only one of the first three, like, just for the proposal that you did, but this was, like, I think this was the very first one that I can't even remember if I maybe pitched the concept of us having a conversation at a table. I think that was my contribution to this. Or, no, it was also nail art. I was like, I should be talking about nail art, because at the time I was really obsessed with nail art. And then you brought it back, and just without even, like, it was just included in the comic. It's not even like you wrote it out first, and I was like, that's funny. I, like, saw the whole thing all up front, and I had known you for very little time, and I started crying.
Well, this is not a joke, though. This is just, like, a thing that people do all the time.
It's true. Maybe that, I mean, like, I thought it was hilarious. Maybe because if you don't laugh, you cry type of thing. But I cry also. But I was just like, that's so good. That's a thought in my head. And then it sort of gave me the feeling of like, okay, this is it. You know what? That was the, like, not pacifier, but like that was the moment where I was like, this is going to be a good book. And this is before we even sold it. So I was like, this is going to be a book. That's it. So this means something special to me. So maybe it's not the best thing that's ever happened to the world ever. Guys, sorry. But I love it so much.
I'm doing it right now while you're talking.
You were about to say,
Yep, cool.
Okay. Oh, did we already do this one?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Oh, we're back at the beginning.
I think we might be done.
Oh my god! We did it! Whoa!
Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone now. I was going to end on that. Does anyone have any more questions before we sign your books?
Everyone's like, get off the stage!
No? Okay. Well,
Oh, wait. There's
Sing the words like the ABCs or anything you've just thought of?
all the time. That's how I get them out of my brain. They have little jingles for all of them. That was my voice teacher, for the record. These are all just people from my life. They all seem like plants. But I do is the thing. So we can all, you could, and you're encouraged to create your own songs. Oh, there's feedback. That's the signal that they're like, please get off the stage.
all right. Well, you guys want to clap for it one more time? First book.
And Julia, all that.
You've been listening to the Skylight Books author reading series. Don't forget you can listen to this and all our other great podcasts at skylightbooks.com. Thanks again for stopping by, and we hope to see you soon.